Hey guys, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So I'm finally getting back into the groove here after trying to work through all the water, and it's finally starting to recede a little bit. So thank goodness, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with all that water. But I just wanted to come through and show you the size of the blackberries that we're still getting this time of the year. That's sort of unheard of. They really love growing in the greenhouse. And whoops, this was sort of an experiment. And I wasn't sure if we were really going to be able to pull it off. But so far, so good. So it took them about 3 years to bear this size fruit. And so we're just going to pick the rest of these. Pretty sure at this point for this one, this is going to be probably the last that I'll get for the year. But aren't those beautiful? Something to throw in your yogurt. Now we're going to come in here. We're kind of skipping around today. And it's actually only going to be about 5 degrees tonight. And so one of the things that I want to get is I want to be able to, let's go this way, take the cantaloupe off the vine because I don't want that to be ruined. So you can see here our cantaloupe vine is saying, okay, I'm done. We almost had a 5th one growing there, but we're going to take our really mature cantaloupes off the vine here before we lose them to frost. You can see here the top of this vine is actually starting to die. I'm getting brown here. So we're just going to cut this off, and we're going to also take the other 2 because the webbing is actually on them. Once I pull them out, I'll show you. It's actually the same color. It's brown. And what I don't want is I don't want the melon to get frostbitten because it'll just rot after that. So let's clip this off. All right, take a look at that. That's a really nice size cantaloupe. It's probably the first time outside in a zone 3 that I've been able to grow a cantaloupe, considering how short our season is. So super excited about that. Now we're just going to get the other 2 and bring those in too. All right, so let's clip this guy here. This one didn't quite get as big, but you can see the webbing is starting to turn brown. We could have tried to leave them, but they're changing color because the temperature just really isn't conducive now to grow them outside. So we don't want to leave them anymore sitting in the wet. And then we have this guy over here who's super small. Let's get him here. So these ones probably aren't ripe because this one is small. The next one up is bigger, but I can't leave them on the vine any longer. Otherwise they'll rot. So we'll see. But we definitely were successful this year, at least with the one big cantaloupe. So I'm happy with that for sure. And just over from the cantaloupes, we actually have some tomatoes in here that are ready. So these were, remember there was a few times where I said I just didn't have the heart to throw out the extra tomatoes. So you can see in here we've got a lot of tomatoes happening. So we can take these guys out too. So this is actually one of my other delicious tomatoes. I can just tell by the size and the shape. And then what's happening is with the weather changing, they don't get an opportunity to get as big as what the other ones were. But that's still a lovely, lovely tomato. So we're trying to harvest to sort of beat the weather. I suspect a lot of people will be doing that, the same thing that I'm doing. There's another tomato. Now some of these are different, but he's got blossom and rot. Do you see that? We got so much rain over the last couple of weeks, and now the weather's changing, so it's really impacting our crop now. All right, let's get our tomatoes that we picked. So we got this one, and we got this guy. So we'll take those up, and you can leave these sit on the counter for a couple of days. This one's ready to go. This one just needs a couple more days, but that's all right. He's good to go. And we might as well take this guy. So this is my other delicious tomato. Take him off here. He's so big I can't even get my hand around it. Here we go. Check that out. So if we leave him on the counter for a couple of days, he'll be okay. He's got a little bit of damage from the weather changing and the storm. You can see here the shoulders might even start to split if I leave them out any longer, but you can tell how big they are. He's got a little bit of green left. That's okay. He'll ripen up on the counter. Amazing size though. He's probably over a pound as well, just like the other one that we did yesterday. Well, that's going to be the end of gardening for me for the day. The rain just keeps on coming. Unbelievable. See you soon.